Hey, good evening, guys. Hey, Maze, we are becoming African. This is the Perspective Friday, and the club is full. On my far right, Christine, mambo vipi?
Fresh.
Mbona microphone unaiweka ni kama hutaki? Tembea na watu bwana, salimia watu. Shika microphone karibu, salimia watu.
Hi guys.
Hi. Huyu ameamua ataangusha simu. Sony, mambo.
Sorry about that, guys. Hi guys.
They are ladies, they are not guys.
Oh, guys and ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, guys more general.
You are used to guys. Ni sawa, twende. Austin.
Yo, it's it's Austin Muigai, your guy Muigai.
Jamaa Machozi aka.
Yeah, for sure.
Na huko hiki tu tunatembeza hapa.
Huyu ni Godwin, jirani ya mtu wa kulia.
So if you're there, you're watching us, leo tuko na maswali tunajibizana hapa in the perspective when it happens on Fridays. I'm told we are more than half an hour late, but you know what? We're going to catch up and we'll make up for that. Christine.
Yeah.
Wacha nianze na kwako. This has been a buzz of business this week because apparently na naona Sony akupe microphone. Apparently nyinyi akina mama mmechoka sana na kukaa na baby daddies ambao hawapo. Mumeanza kusema, "Oh, I miss the way he was parenting our child." What's up? What's happening? Change of mind?
It's not really change of mind.
Mwisho wa mwezi.
Not really, because at the end of the day, you have a right to change your mind. You know, change is inevitable. So at the end of the day, if something is not what you expected or what you want, you have a right to raise it.
Okay. We are talking about rights. Austin, wewe unaonaje? Ni kama tumekujiwa.
Sio rights, wametumiss first of all. For sure.
Ongea kwa microphone tukusikie.
Ama demo ametumiss. Wameona walikuwa unajua ile quote ilikuwa imewadanganya ile what a man can do, a man can do it better. Wame realize they need us and it's sad, yani ukweli inatokea na wanatuhitaji sana.
Wanatuhitaji sana.
Yeah, najua wase hawapendi tunasema but ni ukweli tunahitajiana anyway.
Okay, lakini baridi imeisha. Why do we need you guys?
Well, do we really?
You really you do need us.
Relent you?
For sure. Nikwambie kwa nini?
Nini?
Haya. Kwa nini sisi ushaiona mtu akisema isipokuwa mimi ati come back to me. Ushai.
Sijasikia.
So ni kumaanisha nini? Wanatumiss.
No, you're more of contradicting yourself because if you say we need each other, why are you not again going back and saying?
Ni venye nimeona nikisema nini wase wataniingililia waseme mimi uliajua wasichana. But
ulilia wasichana. Kwanza leo tumekataa. Hakuna machozi by the way.
Sili tena.
Hii show hatulii machozi.
For sure. Tapigwa. Sitalia, I'll not cry. I promise you. Leo ni date.
Austin, just be yourself. Just be yourself.
But women need us. Hiyo tusidanganyane.
Godi. History ya nini? Unajua mtu naongelea. Okay, fine. Sio mtu naongelea. The general grapevine.
But sasa kusema ukweli, unajua hii Kenya imefika place, hujui kama tunasema ukweli ama bana anatubeba ufali. Kenya tumebeba ufali ya kutosha. Msa anakuja analia, "Yo nini mwenyewe una complain?" The next time ako pamoja. So, it's until tujue kama sasa ni ufala anatubeba anatafuta do kutoka kwetu ama ni kitu real.
But I think people are broke. That's my personal view that people are broke. It's end month and some people are building houses, wanamwaga lori za kokoto. So clearly utachaje jackpot uende kuishi huko mali kuna baridi. That's my biased opinion. Kathy.
I think it has nothing to do with being broke, honestly speaking, because at the end of the day, when you make a decision, for example, if we are going to get into the topic and just talk about if someone is in a relationship with another person, yeah, you've been in a relationship, at the end of it, you have a child, for example. As a human being and as a mature person, I assume that we are, for someone to get into that act and actually have a child, brokenness should not come there. Like if I'm broke is when I'm looking for you. In fact, it shouldn't be that I'm looking for you. If you participated and the baby is in the picture, just man up, woman up, take responsibility, do your part. No one should look for any person. for whatever reason.
You know, we can talk about owning up and taking responsibility and, you know, being the man you're supposed to be. But Austin, wewe kama boy child, saizi unang'ang'ana kuunda riziki ya maisha. And then you are hustling very hard. And then apparently, whatever you are providing is not good enough. What will you do? Utaingia kichaka?
Mira nilikuwa na imagine nione mama wa mtoto wangu anamwaga lori ya kokoto huko anataka kujenga nyumba mpya. I promise you nitakuja na niseme mimi ndio niko na mimba. I cannot progress without me. Hakuna haiwezekani.
Godi.
Guy, for me, I think story ya watu kutuhitaji. I think we need each other. Na venye anaitwa Kathy ama Christine. Kathy. Yeah.
Unakati kama ndo fashi wewe. Kula wewe.
Okay, tunahitaji even ni anahitaji mwingine, si ndio? So ni if you are sure you're doing something, unajua kuna vitu zilizofanyika preparedness na kuna vitu zinakuja ka as a mistake. But huko umepangia. So okay, as an accident. So what happens ni just own up, sema it may happen, let's move forward together, unajua. Hiyo mba kuja story ya blame game nini, because at the end of the day you wote you are into this together. Set ni mtu alikuvuruta kanuni, unajua. That's a different case, but if you are two adults wenye mli consent kufanya hiyo kitu, there's no issue kwanza. Ilikuwa ni makosa yako, mimi sikuwa ready, wewe uko ready, because kama uko ready mbona uli agree in the first place. So let's just own up. Kama imehappen.
Kama imehappen.
Okay.
Let's own up, but nitaka tuangalie hii story in a different way. Why is it that tumeamua kulea watoto online? Like we are literally raising our children online. If you have fights as couple, if you have fights as boyfriend, girlfriend, we choose to settle our scores online. Why? Sony, najua una mtoto lakini ama umeficha kwa mama. Ama wewe ndio mtoto hapa.
Usinione hivyo. Usinione hivyo.
Wako ushago.
Wana graduate na diploma mbili. Okay, Sony, seriously, why?
Well, settling things online ni watu wanashindwa ku
Ndio sauti tu umebaki nayo.
Like settling things online inafikanga ile point yenye watu wanashindwa ku like physically do it, like they don't have the courage. So online ndo unaonanga wale ma professional keyboard warriors. Hapo ndo mtu anapatanga courage yote, unaongea kila kitu yenye utaki hungeweza kuongea mbele yake, and then sasa online uko na mafans, people are backing you up. So hiyo moto
Enemy of progress. Kathy, let me just cut this little girl short. Okay, that sounds odd. This beautiful lady, let me cut her short. Kathy, must we settle our differences online?
You have to understand one thing. Generation. It's the generation at the end of the day. Because each generation has a way of tackling their own issues, depending with what the world is facing or what is happening around the world. So before, people were more of sitting down under the tree, elders coming and talking about these issues. That generation is gone. We don't have that anymore. And then also the technology, it has brought a lot of dynamics at the end of the day. Of course, social media has a positive impact, and as much as it does, there's also the negative part of it. So yes, you can actually settle your scores online, but in a mature way.
Online?
If you want.
I'm having an issue.
So,
I'm having an issue, Kathy.
as I said, it's generation.
So we have to settle it online. Muliacha kutukana kwa inbox, mumamua sasa ni kutukanana huko Facebook na Instagram.
Sasa siku hizi si acha tukiwa
na
board lazima tutangaze
online.
Waze. Pale kwa nini? Edgar.
Nasikia Edgar amefungua channel yenyu mnajisubscribe huko. Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
So Eli, what's happening in this generation sahi? Unajua kitambo, our parents wanted to achieve their future through their children. Unaona? Ile mzazi unatoka shule anakuambia, unajua nini? Lazima ukuwe daktari. Because they maybe alitamani kuwa daktari, akashindwa, so ni wewe unafaa kuwa daktari on his behalf, unaona? Now that's what is happening right now. So from the older generation, sasa watu wanataka kuishi maisha yao online, unajua? Kama mimi si kuwa celeb au kama ni celeb, nataka pia mtoto wangu akuwe celeb. Because it's unpractical kuniambia mtoto wa one day ako na Instagram account, ana tweet ana chat kila siku, you know, like, and then now the whole point is this being unfair to the kid, unajua, cause mtoi aja choose maisha yake, umemweka in the limelight, yeye jamu atafika place yenye sana fika age of maturity, anataka kudecide anataka, but he or she is all over, unajua, so aizi undo vitu zenye umefanya, unaona, so acha mtoi, acha wewe ni lem mtu yako behind the scenes, ikifika time yenye ameanza kuelewa kitu, ukiona ako into that mweke aside, but until then watu acha tu ishi maisha yao.
Austin, wewe kama baba.
Mi hata hiyo story ya watu hii kukuwa na social media platforms, nilishtuka siku moja mtu yua celeb fulani sitaki kutaja, mazeni 2 years old, na ananiambia kuhusu life, ananiambia wake up 4 in the mornings, jifanye hivi, go to work, do sit ups. Nikashindwa
What is happening?
Mtoto. Lakini kitu ilifanya nikajua ni budake, niliona era ya spelling, nikajua
hapa kuna DNA. Lakini honestly speaking, we can laugh about this, but why must we settle our scores online, especially when there's a child involved? Tony,
This is that time.
Nafaa utuambie wewe na Tony.
Tony ni nani? Tony ni nani? Tony atakuja kwa worship session. Maji producer. Ebu niambie, mbona tuchukue uo zetu Charlie na Dame unaenda kupigana nazo online? Mbona?
It all trickles down to what she said about our generation yetu, we don't know any other way.
Kwani counselors walikufa?
Wako? It comes to, as I said, generation, of course, and then also our parents. They're too busy. I'll say that. Because before, parents used to have a lot of time for their children, and if not, at least the elders of the community will be involved in raising the child. So at the end of the day, even if your mother or your father is not around, you know, there is an auntie, there's an uncle who's going to be involved in your life, at least to get to understand what is going on in your life. But right now, there isn't something like that. Parents were too busy chasing money, you know, chasing peppers and all that. You want to give your child the best life that you never had, but you do not have that time for that child. This child needs you as a parent. And so if this child does not get that from you as a parent, they're definitely going to look for an option. And this is where the online comes in. You have to understand that this generation also has a lot of mental issues. That's something that we need to also look at. You don't have someone to talk to. So what do you do? There is a lot that is piling up. There's a lot that is happening. There's a lot of peer pressure right now that is happening in this generation. So at the end of the day, someone sees that as an opportunity to rant, to talk about what they want to talk about, express themselves in a way that they think they should. And you know, as also social media, is a lie in a way. So you see someone else doing something, you think that is the life that, you know, people are living, but in actual sense, it's not. So you put yourself, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. You want to be like so and so, or because, you know, so the other baby daddy did so and so for the other baby mama, or vice versa. You also want that, but you realize probably this is just an act.
Ni vipindire. Godi unaumwa kidogo.
So this is the issue, najua tumefika place enye we tend to look for people who are far away to solve our problems. Unaona? So let's say I'm in a relationship. Nimekosana na mtu mwenye niko naye in a relationship, unaona? Instead ya kuface yeye because niko na shida na yeye to solve, we communicate, tuongee. Nataka go through the corner. So nataka asome kwa status.
Yes, status takujia, endelea lakini.
Unajua?
Endelea.
Aki mimi siwezi sijui nifanye nini. Si ati wewe unasoma lakini the message iko kwangu. So 24 hours itafika kazi sijasoma. Ako maybe na 100 views, watu wenye walikuwa wanaweka status, mtu mwenye hajasoma, watu wamepata information nyingine. So mtu anaanza kusema, kila mtu anajua uko na shida gani. Unaona? And then we are in an era ya microwave generation. Yenye tunataka vitu instantly. And we do anything to make money.
But unajua? Sex is instant.
Ndio nakwambia.
So are problems.
Because Ellie, maybe I don't know how much you've put into your art, unaona? Maybe sahi tangu uanze nini Art in Heart. Hatujui imetoka wapi ndio ifike place iko. But kuna msemo amekuja anapata Art in Heart inafanya poa na anataka kuwa na channel kayo saa hii na kesho ikuwa na views.
Kama mimi nataka 14,000 views in 2 hours kama Austin.
Kama msinaona. Basi ujui Austin before fike hizo 14,000 ali put in how much work. Unaona? So
Tafuta today
Process.
so utakuwa na stress kwani Austin anafanya nini? Yenye akiweka tu hivi kidogo akona maybe 13k views. Pia unataka so utaanza ku compromise your principles, your morals, unaona? Because unataka kufika penye alifika immediately.
Yeah.
So we no longer believe in the process.
We don't believe in the process, and that's why we want to take a break. But as we take a break, I want us to come back and discuss much more. But for now, let's hear something about the hate speech.
We all have to remember that hate crimes is preceded by hate speech. We all have to remember that the genocide of the Tutsis in Rwanda started with hate speech. The Holocaust did not start with the gas chambers. It started long before with hate speech. What we have been seeing in Myanmar against the Rohingya population started also with hate speech. And today, what we are witnessing around this world, with the rise of extremists, be it in Europe, be it in Asia, everywhere, when we see the growing number of neo-Nazi group, neo-fascist group, when we see the way migrants and refugees are being vilified, we need therefore to make every effort to address this hate speech. We have to bear in mind that words kill. Words kill as bullets. And that is why we need to make every effort to invest on education, to invest on the youth, so that the next generation will understand the importance of living peacefully together. We need to make every effort so that the attacks like the one we have witnessed in Sri Lanka, when churches were attacked, the one we witnessed in New Zealand, what we saw in Pittsburgh, all this has to stop. And to stop it, we need to invest more on mobilizing the youth. We need to use the verb to become a tool for peace, a tool for love, a tool for increasing social cohesion, harmony in our world, instead of being a tool for committing genocide, crimes against humanity.
And welcome back. You're watching The Perspective this evening with myself, Niko hapa na Sony. Leo nimepata jina sawa?
Venye umekukinita Tony by the way.
Msiniulize Tony ni nani. Mimi namjua. Unamjua?
Mimi najua Tonia. Ni Tonia ama ni Tony?
Wewe ulimjulia wapi?
Nairobi.
It's a big bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wewe acha nijitoe kwa hiyo story. Unajua nani anawatch akiwa home, sitaki shida nikienda kwa nyumba nianze kuulizwa maswali.
Utakewa status. I have Kathy Christine there on my far right, and of course Godi Bazu himself. Ninaona hapa Makomere Gilbert anasema na waona wase. Thank you so much Makomere for coming through. Namna Ann Serafine says karibu chai ya jioni Saran Jonjo. Ulikuwa na wait. Okay, karibu sana. Kumbe pia kuna chai, ilikuwa nimesahau. Kuna mascoop zinaendelea. Hey, by the way, let's talk about history ya kweka status update. Why are people afraid of addressing people like they should? Wacha nianze na with the most sane person on the seat. Kwa sababu watu wengine by the most.
What?
Nimesema hauko sane, nimesema the most. Kathy.
I think people are even afraid of themselves to start with. It's not just being afraid of other people. The fact that you're having your own issues that you cannot deal with, it says a lot when you put status that is supposed to be addressing someone. It means you or you yourself, you have issues to start with yourself.
So it's
And
I,
therefore
I'm
it's
not the
being
problem. You are the problem.
it's being translated, you know, to someone else. Or no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Sawa, Tony, moment of fame. Moment of fame.
Nimechoka bwana. But anyway, me I think ni cause okay, kwanza by the way, ushai notice time yenye mko na like a conflict with someone ndo memes zenye zina relate to your
Zinakuja.
situation. Unazipata tu,
Yeah,
unazipata tu.
for example, meme kama if you and I have not dated or had a baby together, we are not exes. Kitu kama hiyo.
Kitu kama hiyo, tuseme kitu kama hiyo, but like una feeling hiyo aje ni kama hataelewa vizuri venye utaji express, but ukieka status na pia huta need kuji-explain sana ukieka status, aende asome interpret kivyake.
Sasa kama sio yeye anasoma ni mbweha zingine zinasoma.
Naona kuna nini status privacy only for me.
Haya.
Unaweka tu for him.
Unafunguliwa.
Unaweka only for him or her. Bas, akikosa kuview, watu wengine waja view.
By the way, nilifika mahali.
Utashinda ukieka, unashinda ukieka.
If I find by any chance that your status is always pointing at me, nina commute. Sasa sitawahi view. Utasumbuka. Unaangalia 20 hours later not view.
Mimi kwanza lakini hii tabia iache. Hiyo ya kuwekeana status, mi kama siku nyingine nilikuwa unajua mimi saa zingine nakosanga usingizi usiku. So nikaweka status nikasema I don't know why I'm not able to sleep. Ex wangu pia akaweka status. Si nadhani sasa unajua social media. Kwenda kuangalia amesema the wicked shall not get sleep. Sasa
God his beloved.
Sasa nashindwa man. Sasa kitu kama hiyo hata angekuja inbox atry kujua hata shida yangu. But anyway, ni sawa.
How did you feel? Please express it to us.
Usilie.
Acha lie kidogo.
To be honest, nilisikia vibaya na hukufanya poa na unajijua mahali huko. I don't need to mention your name. It's not fair. It's not fair. No, wache kutuchomea picha. Because mimi, you're not the only person I'm going to date in this life. So wache kunichomea jina. I still have a long way to go.
Bro, I feel you. Ebu manpower bana, girl power imetuandama. Ebu Godi.
Some serviettes please.
Conclude your story ya status juendo ulianza nayo.
The issue is kuna mtu alisema many people are living on borrowed confidence. Unajua?
Bro, sikujua kuna kitu.
So the thing is watu wanatafuta validation. Unaona? So uko na issue instead ya ku-address na mtu mwenye uko na issue naye, unataka kwenda kusikia opinion ya watu. Unaona? So utaenda umeka status now, let's say kani dem, now the so called girlfriends atakuja. Mimi mtu hawezi nifanyia hivyo. Mimi ningekuwa nishapack. Anapaka akifika huko nje, anakumbuka kumbe alikuwa anakuhitaji. Now anataka kurudi, unaona? Because ulihepa the problem itself kwenda kutafuta validation, what other people think or other people's opinion. Unaona? So we are not addressing the issues venye inafaa tuziface, unajua? So we are trying to run away from the real issue, trying to seek validation ni kutoka kwa watu wengine, and then unapata ni wewe mwenyewe unaumia. Unaona? Because it will be one thing ukikuja, because nilikuwa na issue na wewe. When that was happening, it was in private. Hatukugombana kwa social media, unaona? So ukikuja uniambie by the way umenifanyia ABCD na hii, how do you solve it? This I felt ni hurt, ni hivyo nilifanya uli hurt emotions zangu, unaona? How do you make up for it? If can you apologize. But ujaniambia mimi maybe whatever I did it was unintentional. But when instead kuaddress kuja kuniambia this is how you felt, unaamua kwa kuambia watu kuje. So whatever advice unagetuko nje unaileta kwangu. Mimi sijui. So unajua. So we are not even trying to address the issue. Ni validation tunataka.
Validation. Sonny, do you believe it's validation? And now I got your name right.
Thank you. Yes, I do believe it's validation because unataka kusikia watu wengine what will be their say.
Hii kitanda umekalia ama ni kiti?
Sijali ni
Ni uzito uko na weight.
ni uzito.
Sawa.
Ni validation because most of the time unashanga utamwambia aje. And then unataka kusikia watu wengine wanaweza.
Sasa kwa nini hutaki kusikia watu wengine? You know some things hii kitu
Maybe
tukianza
mmefika.
kudate hatukuenda tukaambia wasee now guys
Unaonaje, do you mind?
do we match tunakaaje haya tumeanza kudate unajua so hata hizo vitu mbona ukuje kuzieka unajua mi hii ni kitu nime experience bidhe na inaniumanga
Ngata mati.
sitaki kuiongelelea sana hiyo story bidhe ifai na acha nisiseme hiyo story.
I mean, I'm a parent, okay, and for me, it's important to protect the well-being of my children, if not child. Do we ever think for a minute that these children will grow from being a celebrity status kind of to live? Wewe umetoka wapi? Nyeli. Wewe Nyeli. Alafu na Mulanga. Do we ever think for a moment that they will grow and live in a normal society where they go to school, have exchange with other children in the society, and kutakuwa na hii permanent mark that ulikuwa wanapigiwa trolling online? Do we ever think about that, Kathy? Or should we think about it?
We should, because we've seen kids who are even now afraid to go to school or interact with others because they feel, oh, my dad or my mom, is being trolled. So, because if they're being trolled online, trust me, when people go back home, when they're reading their status or reading whatever is happening online, they're going to discuss at home. When this child goes to school, probably in that environment where the women or men are talking about this celebrity or whatever is going on online, their children are listening to that. That's one thing that we also have to be very careful. What do we say when our children are around? What are we talking about? Because these kids, from here, they're going to interact with that child of that person. And how are they going to react? Most of the kids will be bullying the other kid. And even this child is going to start suffering when they're young. Mental issues, wanting to keep and just be away from the limelight or being away from other people because they feel going out there is going to harm them more than is going to bring good to them. So parents really have to think about their kids, their well-being, their mental well-being, the repercussion that is going to have when they are growing up, when they're interacting with the world out there. You really have to be careful. That's what I can just say, because exposing our children without thinking just for ourselves to earn money, because at the end of the day, this is, it feels like a traffic, you're going to earn money out of this. Don't use your child to get money. Think about their future. That's what I'll tell the parents.
But si ni pesa yao tunatafuta pia. If tuseme mtoi nimeona nikimrecord akisema kitu fulani inafurahisha Wakenya, nikiweka hiyo kitu and then kampuni fulani tuseme maybe ya biscuits inakuja inaniambia sasa mtoto ukimrecord next time akue ameshikilia biscuit alafu tutakupatia hizi pesa. Si
how would you feel as a parent if your child came home? Yes, umempata hiyo pesa zenye unatafuta, but your child came home and said, I can't take it anymore, mom, I want to die. Or your child tried to attempt suicide because of the influence or the pressure the child is going through. How will you feel? Will that money make you happy? Will it? If your child cannot go outside because he's afraid of being bullied, whatever is going through out there, are you happy as a parent? Yes, you have the money.
Mnitetee mnaacha nagombanishwa ni kama already niko na mtoto.
No, as in we really have to be very thoughtful. Every action that we make, every decision that we make as parents concerning our kids is going to affect them in one way or another. So as a parent, I have kids. I rarely put my kids on social media because I want to protect them. I want them, when they grow up, to make that decision. Do they want to be on social media or not? Do they want to be in the limelight or not?
Hey.
I want to protect their mental health. It's very important. That is one aspect that this generation of ours keep forgetting. Yes, we are after money. It's easy to get the money. Likes, you get the money. But at the end of the day, what damage is that money bringing to your family and to your child?
Spend that money treating the damage. To take break. Unataka kunywa maji ufikirie.
Acha ni summarize.
Take break, sawa.
Just to summarize, present day parents are just selfish. We do things for ourselves in the name of doing it for our kids. But listen, we do things that make us happy, not that make the kids happy. We are very selfish.
You know, like you said, and in the beginning of this conversation, you said and mentioned that some parents want you to be a pilot, not because that's what they want for you. It's a dream they couldn't be able to achieve. And now we realize, Sony, you guys are out there, you want to secure the bag, and people will stoop at nothing. I mean, we'll go to all length to make sure that they're able to secure the bag. But as we are being questioned tonight, do we ever think the impact that this will cause on our children? I know we are out of time, but as we close down, I just want to invite us to do one thing, and one thing alone. Think about the mental wellness of this child, because as you exchange fights online, they are still children. And once they become of age, they will still bear the brand of your damage. Tupige hapo one touch tukitoka. Austin Mwigai, you guy. Ambia watu, any say something ya wisdom. Now tumefunzwa.
First of all, hiyo conversation mazee, sasa umenisomea hadi nikasifiri niko na mtoi mahali nje. Kenye naweza ambia wasee ni let's be thoughtful of what we want our kids to become. Tuache kuona hapa mbele, tuone the future. Usikuwe na hiyo tamaa ya mtoi ataniletea hii do sahi, especially for you public figures. Mtoi ataniletea hii do sahi, but uone the future. Unaweza spend hiyo do yote kupeleka mtoi ya tibio hizo ma mental health ako huko, unaita psychiatrists from Japan.
Yaani unajua kizungu mzito kama
Guys, mimi mnanionanga hapa mnaona and I'm single.
sawa. Tumesikia Godwin.
I'll close with something I borrowed from someone today. Nilisikia mtu akisema. And let's be mindful of what we think love to our kids is. It's not the things we give them, it's not the money we give them. It's the time and the sacrifice that we make. You know, it's not the things that we think they need. Utambaya iPhone 16, umbaye sijui nini, ako na PS sijui 22, but still, if you don't have that time for them, if you don't sacrifice that which is important to you for their sake, there's no love. Thank you.
Wow.
Well, personally, I would say
I have no children.
that, yeah, I have no children. But as parents, you guys, or Austin, you're a parent.
Austin,
Please tuache hiyo story.
Yeah, let's not be selfish. Yeah, let's not do things just because we need them. Just think about our kids. Think about the damage that will cause in future, and think about how that will impact their growth. Usipate mtoto wako anaandika suicide note akiwa class 5, class 6. That is sad. So let's not be selfish. Yeah. Let's put their needs before ours.
Before nini, nataka niulize swali. Na je mtoi akigrow, na try kuimagine, mtoi akigrow tuseme afike age, tuseme yenye anataka kuwa social media, alafu aseme, mazee dad si ulikuwa celeb, mazee ungeanza kuninach, mazee ungenijengea following, singekuwa na struggle sahi. Sijui. Nime overthink.
The mentality of silver spoon feeding our kids, it's not right, in my opinion. So wacha huyo mtoto afike pia yeye, wacha jitafutie. The best investment for children, in my opinion, is love first. You know, invest your love in your children. Make sure that your children get to feel your love, and then invest in their education. And education, I don't just mean going to school. I mean education in relation to communication, education in relation to relationships. You know, the environment that we create for our children is very important. And as parents, from home, it all begins from home. You have to create a safe environment for your child, no matter what. That should be your number one priority. And safe environment is just not, you know, you're putting up, you know, making sure that your kids are not hitting their
Mbwakali.
It's not that. Safe environment is, you know, that environment where children are able to talk about their issues, share their issues, what they're going through, what they're facing, the challenges that they go through, what they like, you know, all this. Having that conversation at home, it's very important. It's not just about you gifting them. It's not just about you trying to create this world that you imagine that they should have. Children also get to a point, actually what you think they need is not. You need to understand that as a parent. Stop forcing issues that you think are good for your children. Have a conversation with the children. Show love. Be present in your kids' life. As much as we're trying to chase peppers and get the best for them, be present. Over the weekend, spend time with your children rather than just, you know, going out and drinking and partying and spending time and showing on social media how you're having the biggest, you know, I don't know what, sushi or whatever you're having. Don't just do that. And even if you're taking your kids out, try to put your phone down when you're having that meal. Stop with this TikTok or this Instagram, nice photo, nice location. Have a conversation. Enjoy the moment. Live in the moment. Put your phone down for a second. That's my
We
last-
end it with these words. Enjoy the moment. And good night. My name is Likuyani Eli, and have a great weekend.
We all have to remember that hate crimes is preceded by hate speech. We all have to remember that the genocide of the Tutsis in Rwanda started with